Well, buongiorno and welcome to another exciting edition of Meet Your Neighbor. My name is Ron Falconi. I live here in the city of Brunswick, Ohio, which was named one of the top 25 towns in America for an affordable home according to CNN Money, and one of the top 10 towns in America for families according to Family Circle magazine. I live here in Brunswick with my family in the Fairway subdivision of our great city, and I had this idea about 3 years ago where I wanted to invite local politicians and local business people to come down to the studio so all of you could meet your neighbor. We have a very special guest today. She is a Brunswick Hills Trustee, and her name is Chris Kusnerak. Chris, welcome to the studio today. How are you?
Well, thank you for having me.
Hey, Chris, can you tell us something about yourself that not everyone knows?
Well, my husband and I are huge Star Trek fans.
Star Trek?
Star Trek, yes.
Okay.
We have all of the old episodes, and we have all of the movies.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You guys ever go to any conventions at all, or?
We haven't been yet, you know, priorities with children and such
Sure.
for traveling, but we hope to get there someday.
Okay. Hey, Chris, where do you live?
We live in a development in the township called the Woods of Windsor Point. That's right off of Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, okay. And how long have you lived there?
We lived there since 2001.
Okay. And your family, can you describe your family?
Well, I have a husband,
Okay.
and I have two children.
Okay.
One who is still in elementary school,
Oh, okay.
and I have a junior
Okay.
at Bowling Green.
Oh, okay. Chris, when you're not, there at the Brunswick Hills Township meetings, well, what are some of the things that you like to do for fun?
For fun, well, I like to spend time with my family, of course.
Sure.
And we like to watch movies.
Okay.
We're big movie buffs.
Oh, that's great. Chris, can you tell the audience how did you get involved in politics?
I don't really call it politics because
Okay.
I really call it being involved in the community.
Okay.
I was a part of the Comprehensive Land Use Revision Committee
Okay.
back in 2005.
Oh, okay.
And that prompted me to get more involved within the township.
Okay. Some of my previous guests have included a county commissioner. I've had Brunswick City Council people, even a magistrate from the juvenile court. Can you tell the people who are watching in Brunswick Hills, what does a Brunswick Hills Township Trustee do?
Well, it's similar to what a mayor or city council would do.
Okay.
It's pretty similar to that. We make the decisions that those folks would make.
Okay. Okay. Chris, why do you still want to be a trustee?
Well, over the last 4 years, we've really taken the township and moved it forward,
Okay.
we like to say. We've done a lot of revising of our departments and updating a lot of the equipment, and like to just continue to move the township in the positive direction.
Okay. Chris, can you refresh our memory? How many trustees are there?
There's 3.
There's 3 of them, okay. What do you see as some of the issues facing the biggest issues facing the township right now?
Like any community, economic development.
Sure.
The economy hasn't been all that great these past few months, so it's been real difficult for us to even attract any kind of business.
Okay, okay.
But that is certainly a concern.
Okay. What are, say, the top 3 things that you would do in another term?
Well, continue to look for economic development as soon as we see signs of the economy getting a little bit better.
Okay.
We're constantly working on zoning issues
Okay.
and trying to make that better
Okay.
for the township. So.
Okay. Chris, what role, if any, does regionalism play in Brunswick Hills Township politics?
We do attend some of the meetings throughout the county and in Cuyahoga County for regionalism.
Okay.
At this time, it doesn't play a huge role.
Okay.
I don't know if you consider mutual aid to other communities or regionalism kind of thing, but that's where we're at.
Okay. When did you first get elected? Was that in 2000?
2006.
2006, okay.
Yes.
So this is still your first term then?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Chris, for every guest I have on my show, I like to play a game of fill in the blank, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When I was a child, I blank.
Mm-hmm. When I was a child, I played softball.
Played softball?
I did.
Okay.
I played softball up until I was 13.
Okay. What position did you play?
Left field.
Okay.
I was, as a matter of fact, when I was 12, I was recruited, or tried to be recruited to play in a AAA team.
Oh, wow.
But of course, the travel, and I mean, it was quite a distance from the home for practice, and I wasn't able to do that. But I was disappointed, but you know.
Are you originally from this area?
I'm from Parma.
From Parma, okay. Oh,
Born and raised in Parma.
Okay, I was raised in Seven Hills, so we're neighbors. Hey, the person or people that I admire most is or are?
Well, let's see. My mother and father.
Okay.
They've been together for over 50 years.
Why your parents?
They've laid a very good foundation for us as we were growing up. I have a brother and 2 sisters.
Okay.
And we're all doing very well and successful, and I admire them for that.
That's great. Hey, Chris, the one place that I want to travel to is blank.
Oh, there's lots of places.
What are some of them?
Scotland. I'd like to see Scotland. Yes.
Any reason why?
I think I'm fascinated with the Middle Ages and castles, and you know, seeing how the architecture and the structures of these buildings. Yeah, I think it's neat.
Any other place besides Scotland?
Well, my husband keeps talking about Australia.
Oh, okay. It's on the other side.
Yeah.
Down under
Yeah.
On the other side of the spectrum, when I retire, I blank.
Oh, I haven't thought about that. That's a ways off. That's quite a few years away. You know, we hope to be healthy and happy and do some traveling, more traveling. And
okay, wonderful.
that sort of thing.
Chris, can you give any neighborly advice to people who are watching in Brunswick Hills right now, or people who are watching on the internet?
Oh, neighborly advice. You know, it seems to me that living in a community over the last quite a few years, you don't really get to know your neighbors.
Sure.
Everybody's just so busy, you know, working and families and running all over with their children. I think it's important that you get to know your neighbors and spend some time chit-chatting with them, and you know, maybe having a Coke in the backyard or something.
That's good.
Yeah.
Chris Kusnerak, thanks for coming down to the studios today, and just wanted to
Thank you, Ron, for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Ron Falconi. I am the host of Meet Your Neighbor. I wanted to thank Chris for coming down to the studios today. Nothing else more profound to be said, so I just wanted all of you to go out there and meet your neighbor. My name is Ron Falconi, and I'm signing off. Arrivederci.